Hello and welcome back to my channel. Here we like to do things budget friendly, and if you are like me and have champagne taste but on a beer budget, these videos are for you. So I did a little shopping. I went over to Ulta, T.J.Max, and Sephora, and I picked up a handful of things. I was on the hunt for a physical and a chemical exfoliant. I was looking for a face cleanser that would remove my eye makeup, specifically my eyelash adhesive that I always have a hard time getting off of my eyes, and a handful of other things that I was in the market for. I've got some concealers here, blushes, bronzers, eyeliners, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So one of these, this is the first one. So this is a repurchase for me. I really do like the Clinique exfoliating lotion. So this is a clarifying lotion. This is step 3. This one is specifically for combination and oily skin. And this one I picked up for $12.99. I love this stuff. I find that as far as a chemical exfoliant, this is one of my favorite ones. For the physical exfoliants, I picked up 2. So I've got the St. Ives Gentle Smoothing Scrub Mask, which they had over at T.J.Max. This one I picked up for $3.99. I've tried several different of the St. Ives. Some of them are just a little bit more abrasive than others, and then some of them actually hurt my skin. So I tried one that's an avocado and honey, and that one almost, I feel like it made me break out. So I'm going to try this one, which I haven't tried before. The next one I picked up is a Pink Sky Face Cleanser Scrub Fall in Lemon, Pore Refining and Skin Brightening. And this one I picked up for $4.99. So far, I do like this one. I like that the lemon also has just a little bit of chemical exfoliant in it, as well as the physical exfoliant. There's some little beads and stuff in there. You know, I might have to put koi away. Let's just see. Let's just see how far we can get with her being here. The one thing I would have to say with physical exfoliants like this is the little beads and exfoliator particles that are in there do tend to get in your eye, and they can be disruptive and uncomfortable. So I would say definitely, if you're going to be doing a physical exfoliant, make sure that you're avoiding your eye area and trying to cleanse it off of your eyes and not letting it just kind of drip down into your eyes. But so far, I really like the lemon one the best. The next one I picked up is Nature Love Deep Clean Face Wash and Makeup Remover. It includes micellar water and niacinamide. It's a very thin texture. It comes in a glass jar, super bougie. Picked this up for $5.99. And the combination between this and my face cream that I like, the Clean It Zero in the pink jar that I can get off of Amazon. It's a cleansing oil. The two of those work really, really well together as far as getting my eyelash adhesive off my eyes. So I was really happy that I was able to pick something up that finally worked. Hopefully I'll be able to find it again. Who knows? All right, the next thing I picked up from T.J.Max is the Vitamin E Blending Sponges. Comes in an 8-pack with a reusable storage container. So it looks like this, and they're pink and blue little sponges. And I picked that up for $7.99. I was in the market for new sponges, and the previous ones that I had were from Beauty Bakery, and those came in like a little egg carton. Super cute. If you've not heard of Beauty Bakery, they do things that resemble food in their packaging, and it's one of my favorite beauty sponges so far that I've used. And then I cracked into this one, and I do like it. Now, Sometimes what I can say is if they're too soft and squishy, they have a tendency to absorb more of your foundation than I would prefer. So as far as the difference between these and the Beauty Bakery, these are a little bit more spongy and they do absorb a little bit more of your foundation when you go to apply it. I did pick up also some beauty sponges on Temu that come in a package like this. And this package I picked up for $4.41, and there's 30 pieces in here. Now, when I was looking for sponges specifically, I was trying to avoid any labeling that said mini because I knew mini was going to be mini. But when I came across these, they weren't described as mini, and they did describe it as a couple of inches tall, or long, I should say. But they are still pretty mini if you were to compare those with these, for example. This would be your average beauty blender size, and the Temu ones are much smaller. And the Temu ones are a little bit more thickly packed, a little less squishy than the ones that I picked up from T.J.Max. And I do like the application of this a little bit more than I like the application of this one. It doesn't absorb as much of your foundation, but it's tiny and more time consuming. So it's a little bit of a give and take there. It just depends on your preference. And they're all different kinds of shapes and sizes in here. So 30 pack versus an 8 pack just depends on your preference. Some more things that I picked up at T.J.Max. Now this is makeup, and right now I am wearing this foundation. I am testing it out to see how well it works for my oily skin. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro 24-Hour Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. I have tried a couple of the Bare Mineral foundations, the liquid foundations, and I do not care for them because with my oily skin, it typically breaks up, and it doesn't last throughout the day, and it just kind of blobs down my face, cracks up into my smile lines, etc. But this one so far is doing really well. This one I picked up for $12.99 over at TJ Maxx, so a fraction of the price. And it has a pretty decent coverage, so not super full. I would say medium leaning towards full. And the application, it's a really thin consistency. The application was easy, smooth, no issues there. My next test is to see how long it lasts before my oils come through. I used all of my regular base products and my powder products on top so that I could give it the best opportunity to perform the way I would like it to. So we'll have to see. I will keep you updated on that. Next foundation I picked up is a Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. Now I have tried the Laura Mercier Flawless foundation, and I don't know if it was specifically this one or not. I almost want to say it was that. And that one I ended up returning. This one might be a little bit different. It says ultra long wear. So maybe, no, it is definitely different because the lid is different. So this one is different. Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Foundation. Now, unfortunately, this came, that the only shade I could find is a 3C1. So it's going to definitely be too dark for me, but I do have foundation, white foundation, that I can mix in with this to lighten up the shade. So I'm definitely going to give this a try. This will be the next one I will test out, and perhaps I will do that tomorrow, and I can do like an update and label it here or down here to let you know which one of these two I prefer and how well that they did. Next makeup product I picked up from TJ Maxx is an Ellen Tracy Full Coverage Concealer. And this one, if you know what the Urban Decay Quickie concealer looks like. This packaging is very reminiscent of that. So it's roughly about the same size as the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. It has the same brush on the top. As you can see, I've already used it. And this one it's for all skin types, full coverage, flawlessly blends to hide lines, even skin tone, and soften complexion. Is it full coverage? No, it's probably more of a medium to full, not a full coverage. So it's not going to be like a Shape Tape. But this one I love because it doesn't crease so much. It kind of has its own setting powder product in it. I don't know how to explain it. So it basically sets itself. It's a self-setting concealer. Sorry, I can speak. Self-setting concealer. It doesn't advertise that it is, but I noticed that, you know, if I put it on, I don't have to work hard at trying to blend out creases before I can get powder on. And so I really do enjoy that. And the last piece that I picked up from T.J.Max is this. It's a Rude Hypnotic eyeshadow. And I did pick this up for $3.99. Oh, I should probably tell you. The Laura Mercier foundation I picked up for $14.99, and the Ellen Tracy, which I loved, the concealer, is on clearance for $4.50. So super good buy. I'm going to be sad when I'm out because I most likely will not be able to find it again. That's the only downfall of when you're shopping at T.J.Max, because you fall in love with something and trying to find it again at the same price is really hard, because a lot of times what they sell over there are shades that people don't buy, or products that are not selling, or if they're switching out different stock on a brand and they're replacing it. So, you know, it's just sad that sometimes you can't find the same thing. Now this eyeshadow is kind of creamy, so I do like that. So you don't have to work too hard at making sure this doesn't flake all over your face. It's kind of a little bit of a multi-chrome shiny topper. So it has a clear base, but look at the beautiful shine that has. And I haven't tried it on my eyes. Sometimes what's bummer about these creamier eyeshadows is that they do tend to crease. And so sometimes you might want to put a powder on top to prevent it from creasing. Sometimes they will set. Some of them are self-setting. But we'll have to see on that one to see if that one is a self-setting, kind of a budge-proof formula. It doesn't specify, so we'll see. And that is all for T.J.Max. Continuing on with some things I picked up from Temu. I did pick this up. It's a 30 piece. I picked it up for $3.87. Triangular puff. Now, I love my triangular puffs, but I would say to this one, I don't like the seam at the edge here because it is kind of abrasive. I don't know how to really explain that, but when you're getting underneath your eye to powder your eye, it has a tendency to almost scratch my eye as I'm moving the sponge around. So I'm really kind of disappointed in that. I don't know if it's glued together or the way it's sewn together, that the seam is just still like a little more abrasive than some of the other puffs that I've had. So I'm definitely going to use them up, but just not something that I'm going to use under my eyes. Temu product is sometimes hit and miss as far as cosmetics goes, and you kind of just have to, I just kind of dip my toes in a little bit as far as the cosmetics products go. I don't go too ham on them because I'm particular about quality on makeup. And this one I picked up, it is a peach lip mask. And what's cute about this one is that it comes with, in the top, in the lid, it comes with its own little lip application tool. Now, the type of lip masks that I like are thicker so that I can really feel it on my lips. It's a nice thick formula where I feel it's going to sit there and last and do the most as far as moisturizing goes. It comes with a little mirror inside, which is kind of cute. I did try this one already, and the consistency of it is going to be more of like a Vaseline consistency, so not very thick. Also, it has a very, very slight scent. So if you don't like scents and you like the thin consistency of a Vaseline, this might be perfect for you. But me, if I'm gonna get something that's, you know, scented, like it says it's scented, I wanna be able to smell the scent. And the Vaseline texture consistency is just, it doesn't feel like it's going to do the most as far as moisturizing goes. The next one is a hydrating jelly balm. And I wanted to see, because the way that it looked on the camera, or not on the camera. I can talk today, I swear. The way that it looked in the photos kind of reminded me of the NARS lip juicy something or another. And I picked it up in a blue shade because it came off when you put it on to be kind of like this purple tone on your lips. So it was kind of interesting in the photos. It has a very slight blueberry scent to it. It's a little bit more scented than the lip mask balm, but this one is another one. It's very, very thin in consistency, and it doesn't feel very moisturizing. I do like the color that it leaves on your lips, but it's very, very, very thin, not goopy at all. Again, another one of those Vaseline-like textures. So if that's kind of your thing, then these might be great for you, but they're not my thing. And thankfully, I didn't spend a boat ton of money on them. Next one I picked up, and I haven't tried this one yet, is a balm that they advertised. So none of it is in English, so I can't tell you specifically what it is. But it's a balm that they advertised for dry areas, extremely dry, cracked areas on your body, like the heels of your feet. It's supposed to be peach again, but sadly it doesn't have that peach. Oh, I take it back. After you break the seal, then you can smell it a little bit. It does smell pretty nice. And again, it has that very thin Vaseline texture. Not really sticky, but it is greasy. So obviously you would put it in places like, you know, down on your elbows, on your feet, that sort of thing. So maybe not on your hands, because I don't care for super greasy lotions on my hands. I like to have them a little bit thinner where they will just kind of absorb in quite quickly. So not bad on that one. And then I believe we are down to our Sephora and Ulta products. So when I went to Ulta, they had a sale on perfumes where you bought perfumes and you would get all the extra points. I think it was 5 times the points. You would also get a free bag if you purchased X amount of dollars in perfumes. And then Dolce & Gabbana was doing a separate offer, is if you bought one of their products, then you got a free tote bag. Now, this is Devotion, Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. And if you are a vanilla lover like me, oh, this one smells so good. The bottle is beautiful. And this set came with the full-size bottle and then a little travel bottle. And this is like it's a vanilla fragrance. And it also kind of has a little bit of a citrusiness to it. So kind of a little bit of a vanilla lemon zest. I love this scent. And I ended up getting something in the mail that you know, the little testers anyways, where they send it in flyers like the Ulta magazines that they send out to you if you're a member. They do these little makeup, or not makeup. I'm just struggling today. They do the little fragrance samples that come in the little books that you have to peel back, and then you can rub it on your skin and see what it smells like. And I just fell in love with this, and I've been pining for it ever since it came out. And finally, I was able to purchase it in a really good deal too at the time, because those little travel size bottles are $30 on their own. The perfume is $158, and the whole set was $158. So basically, you got the full size and then the travel one for free. This is the bag that Dolce & Gabbana was giving out with a purchase of their perfumes, and it's just a nice little canvas duffel bag, and it's got the Dolce & Gabbana logo on it. So this would be perfect, and it's got the devotion here. This would be perfect for, you know, traveling, for groceries, stuff like that, but just a nice little freebie. And then again, that Ulta was purchasing a specific dollar amount and getting a free bag from them too. I was also able to get this free bag. So I got 2 free bags with this purchase. And it's just a very basic little fanny pack. Nothing real special. It has a little bit of a design here on the zipper. Just a very basic, no inner pockets kind of a fanny pack. The strap is a very nice strap. It is adjustable, but it doesn't really come apart to be specifically for a fanny pack. I don't know why they do this, but it's more so of a crossbody. But if you wanted to, you could slip into it and then tighten up the waist and then have it be a fanny pack. So that was really cool. Also, I picked up, this is a repurchase, the Stay and Play from Essence. I have several of their different eyeliners, specifically this line, the Stay and Play, because it works the best in my waterline. And this one is just a nude shade. The next one I picked up is an LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in a red shade. I do have red eyeliners, but they don't last really well in my waterline. Or did I say eyeshadows? I'm struggling. But you know what I mean, right? So I have a red eyeliner, but I've never tried the LA Girl, the Shockwave. So I'm gonna give that a try and see how I like that and see if it lasts a little bit longer in my waterline. The next one I picked up from LA Girl is a blush. It's Just Blushing. And this one is the shade Just Natural. And this is a beautiful color. It has gorgeous payoff. I've already used it. I really enjoy this. And I'm loving the more nude shades of blushes that are kind of in right now, the peachy tones, flesh tones, that sort of thing. The next one I picked up is a NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. Now, this is kind of a repurchase because this shade is shade 1 Buttercup. And I did pick up shade 2, but shade 2 was too dark. Now, what I will say to this is they are very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way, but it's so softly pressed. I don't know if you can see, it is so softly pressed that powder gets everywhere, and this does make a mess. Smells gorgeous. It smells like sunscreen, if you like that kind of thing. But it has beautiful color payoff. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it. So it's not matte. It has just a little bit of sheen to it, and it's not sparkly sheen. It's more of an iridescent sheen, and it doesn't really seem to emphasize my pores at all, which I do like. I don't quite care for super shiny things all over my face. Just a little bit of highlighter here, in here, and then here. But when I put this on, it does give my skin a nice glow, but not that chunky, glittery glow. The next thing I picked up is going to be from Sephora. I wanted to do a setting spray that's waterproof, that's, going to make my makeup budge proof as much as possible. And I know that the One Size has got one of the best products for that. It's the Until Dawn setting spray. Not cheap. Boy, let me tell you, this thing I believe is like $28 or something like that. And it has the aerosol can, so it's a continuous spray, but it has a beautiful mister on it, so you're not running the risk of getting globs all over your face. And I could say that so far I've been using it. I do enjoy it, and that I don't care for the scent to it. That is a little bit offensive, especially because it's an aerosol and it kind of lingers in the air a little bit, so you kind of eat it. But the product works fantastically. Now, what I've also heard about this is it's mattifying waterproof setting spray. What I've also heard about it is that it can get drying. So maybe don't use it every day, just when you know that you need to wear your makeup for a really long time, or if you're going outside and it's hotter than snot and you are not wanting the sweat to drip your makeup off. Maybe then use it, or if you're going out on the town night of clubbing or what have you, and you're going to be dancing up a storm, then, something like that would be really nice. The next thing I picked up over at Sephora, again, not cheap, and I am super bummed about this one because I was really hoping, based off of its description, that it was going to work really well. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Eye Pencil, and specifically the waterline. There's only one color, and that's black. And I like to tight line with either a black or a brown. And to be honest with you, the only one that I have found that works the best in my tight line so far is the Essence Stay and Play. So did I have to spend all the money on this? No. My daughter loves this, so I will just give this to her. But for me, with the amount that my eyes water, it didn't work, and it transferred, and then it would puddle in the inner and outer corners of my eyes. So I was just really bummed about that. I was really hoping that it was gonna work in my waterline. So if you have very oily skin and you have very teary eyes, probably not going to work for you, just as it didn't for me. So maybe not waste your money and just stick with the Essence. So Essence is like $3-4, and the Urban Decay, you're talking more of like $20. So huge price difference. The next one I picked up is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is a repurchase for me. I have one in a lighter shade, and I needed to pick up one that was in a little bit darker shade. And this one came in the shade Marshmallow, and I believe the other one that I have is like Swan or something like that. And it just was way, way too light. But I do like this one as well. If you want full coverage compared to this one, you get full coverage. But with this one, I do find that I have to do more powdering because this one does crease on me. but I do like the coverage, and I do like that it comes in a large container and that it lasts quite some time. And the last little place that I went is to Target, and I picked up a couple of little things over at Target to give as gifts for my partner's daughter. And I found this, and I picked this up for myself because I just thought it was super cute and adorable. This was on clearance for $7.50. It is just an itty bitty, teensy weensy little purse. And I was thinking for this one that this would be great to be able to put in, pull out all this stuff in here. That was helping to keep its shape. I was thinking for this to use this for lip glosses. So I could put, you know, my little lip glosses in there and just tuck that in my purse. But it was so cute, and it's so soft. It feels like a very soft, very expensive leather, but it's not, it's pleather. And as far as the discount on it, it was originally $15, which is asinine for this, right? So I didn't think $7.50 was too bad. And then I almost forgot this. It was underneath the Dolce & Gabbana bag. But I picked this up from Marshall's, and I picked this up, it's $14.99. It's a charger. So if you have the kind of phone, the Apple iPhone, that has that magnetic base on it where you could do the wireless charging, this just connects right to your phone. Now, it's kind of a slow charge. It doesn't charge very fast, but it doesn't take long to charge it either. So it's just kind of nice to have a little bit more of a slimline charger that you could just tuck in your purse on the go. And I have made use of it a couple times so far. So I've already used a handful of these items, and I can report back to you on some of them. And I'm very happy with the items that I've purchased, except for this one. I'm really bummed about this one. This was a huge waste of money. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for you today. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Greatly helps out my channel, and I would super duper appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.